Yo, 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 it's your boy Wes the Tech here to bring you another one of my personal favorite tech tips to help you as an artist grow in your craft. Now, today we're going to go over should you use Freshtunes for music distribution, all right? So if you're a recording artist looking into using Freshtunes as your music distribution company, then you're in the right place because in this video, I'm going to go over Freshtunes and I'm also going to talk about where it falls in comparison to other music distribution companies, all right? So just to jump right into it, when it comes to music distribution companies, there's so many different companies out there and they offer different things, all right? But when it comes to choosing a music distribution company, it usually falls down to the cost. It usually falls down to how much is it going to cost you to use that music distribution company. So that's really what I'm going to focus on when it comes to this video and when it comes to where Freshtunes is in comparison to those other distribution companies, all right? Now, when you're dealing with music distribution companies, you could pretty much sum these distribution companies to three different categories or three different types of music distribution companies, all right? The first type is the type that I like to call the front end music distribution company. Now, these are companies that you pay the upfront cost right up front. It typically is an annual fee, all right? But then from that point, you have unlimited downloads or unlimited uploads, meaning you can release as much music as you want, all right? And you keep 100% of your royalties, all right? This is the front end music distribution type of companies because you literally only pay that annual fee and then you don't pay anything else, all right? These are pretty awesome companies and here is a few of them: Distrokid, Ditto, and so on and so forth, all right? Now, the second type of music distribution company that you may find is the music distribution company that you pay per release. I like to call these per release music distribution companies, all right? Now, these companies is free to sign up with, all right? But you usually have to pay every single time you're releasing a song, all right? This is how TuneCore used to be, all right? And this is how CD Baby also used to be, all right? These are companies. It's very, very difficult usually for someone to sign up for these companies because you have to pay so much because every time you release a song, you have to pay a fee. So this is probably the worst type, all right, in comparison to the first type of the front end, all right? But this is a type of music distribution company that is out there, all right? Now, the third type of music distribution company is different from the other two, whereas there's no sign-up costs, it's no annual fees, all right? You don't pay anything up front at all. You don't even pay anything when you're releasing, all right? But where they get paid is from the back end, meaning that they're gonna keep a percentage of your royalties. They're gonna keep a percentage of the revenue that you make with your music. I like to call these companies the back end music distribution companies. Again, they only pay, you don't pay anything up front, you don't pay anything when you're releasing, but they keep a percentage of your royalties. So they get paid in the back end, and usually they're a percentage based, so that can end up being a lot more the more money you make versus the other two. The other two is really the standard cost. That one, you know, it could be the worst one for argument's sake versus the one in the middle, all right? So those are typically the three types of music distribution companies. And the one thing that all three of them have in common is that you have to pay something. Whether you pay it in the beginning, you pay it in the end, you pay it per release, whichever the case, you have to pay something, all right? Now, this brings me back to Freshtunes and why Freshtunes is really very, very different from these companies, because you don't pay anything at all right? There's no annual fees, all right? There's no pay per release, all right? And they don't keep none of your royalties on the back end. They literally don't get any money from you, which is very skeptical to me, obviously, because how are they going to make money? I'm sure that's the first thing that comes to your mind is, well, if they're not taking any money from me, how are they operating as a business? How are they making money? Well, when it comes to Freshtunes, where they actually make the bulk of their revenue is with their promotions, because what Freshtune offers that other music distribution companies probably don't is they actually promote your music, all right? You can pay a fee starting at, I believe, $25, and they could actually run a campaign for you to promote your music. Of course, you could pay more and they could do more things with it, but that's really where they're getting their revenue from. But this isn't something that you absolutely have to do. This isn't something that you have to be involved with. You could literally just sign up with this thing, upload your music, get it on streaming platforms, and they don't take none of your royalties, and you don't have to pay them a thing. So on paper, it looks absolutely amazing. You know, it's one of a kind. All right, you don't have to pay them anything. But for me, I worry because I'm like, okay, number one, how do you sustain that? And number two, is there something in the terms and conditions that I have to pay for or anything like that? You know, I'm usually really skeptical with things like this, which is why I've always remained safe when it comes to where my money goes in the past. But this is definitely something to look into. Now, I have done some more research on there. I have scoured the internet a little bit. I did notice that they do take a percentage for the YouTube content ID, but honestly and truly, that's across the board with every music distribution company. I don't even know if that's a music distribution company thing or a YouTube thing, because there's always a percentage that's taken out for YouTube content ID. I haven't found a single place that you get 100% of your YouTube content ID. So I think that may be out of their control. But on paper, as far as everything else goes, Freshtunes is 100% free to use, free to upload, and you get 100% of your royalties. All right. Now, how long it's going to be like this? They said it's going to be like this forever. There's no change it. Apparently, there's some investors with a lot of money who has invested in the company. I don't know. This is how it is right now. But man, it's something that if you're looking at Freshtunes to starting off as a beginning artist, I don't see any cons to it at all, honestly. So if you're using Freshtunes now and you've noticed something, all right, that other people may not know about yet, please leave comments in the comment section below about it, because we're all here to help each other. But as of right now, when it comes to Freshtunes, it looks like it's probably the best music distribution company when you're considering cost. Now, it's not flashy at all right? It doesn't have, amazing visuals on their website, all right? Another thing I noticed is you actually have to sign in through Google or Facebook to even use it. So you can't, just create an account with your name and email. No, you have to either have Facebook or Google account to even sign up with it. But once you sign up with it, you can literally up your music. You don't have to pay them a thing, and they're not going to take any money from your royalties, all right? And above all else, they actually do distribute to the top distribution or top streaming services, all right? Now, they only distribute to 14 different ones, so they don't have a big list for music distribution. Obviously, it's probably because their service is freaking free, but they do distribute to the top ones, the Spotify's, the Apple Music, the Tidal, the Deezer, all of the top ones. They actually do distribute to. A lot of the smaller ones, they don't, all right? But that's pretty much it. That's where Freshtunes at. Do I think it's cool and it may be something to use? Would I use it in the future? I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more time and see if it's still like that. Right now, I'm currently using Distrokid, and Distrokid is the front end, so I pay annually. But I don't know. I may look into Freshtunes in the future if it keeps the way it is. I may do some more research on it. Who knows? But that's what it is right now, all right? So I hope this helps when it comes to your decision making with Freshtunes. Now, if you have any questions in regards to Freshtunes or any other music distribution companies, all right, feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. If you have any questions in regards to music business, music industry tips, whatever, feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. I'm here to help you as an independent artist. Also, if you're looking into leaving that 9-to-5 job and doing music full-time like myself, definitely grab my ebook over here, 13 Steps to Start Your Music Business, all right? It's the steps that I took to do music full-time, which I do now, all right? So if you want to know how to do that and finally quit that 9-to-5 and do music full-time, definitely go ahead and grab that book. The link is in the descriptions of this video, all right? But either way, I hope this helps. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Follow his place with accent O's like whoa, buddy, I'ma do my thing. Cream of the crop like creme brulee. Reppin' my God, man, I ain't changed, so I ain't trying to hear what you gon' say.